The Honourable Member for Banjul South.
Thank you very much, Honourable Speaker. Honourable Speaker, I would first of all like to thank the committee clerks of this August House for the great work that they have done by spending the whole night in this August Assembly preparing a report for us. I thank you, clerks of the National Assembly. Honourable Speaker, I think looking at the Honourable Minister's statement and looking at the budget, I think that our government does not love this country. They do not have the feeling to nurture our children in this country. Honourable Speaker, $6 billion in salaries alone, not in administrative cost. Honourable Speaker, and we say we are a poor country. Honourable Speaker, the median age in this country is 19 years old. We should consider the life and the livelihood of our children. We should be investing in education. We should be investing in health rather than paying ourselves, feeding ourselves out of the poor people of this country. I will start with this August Assembly, Honourable Speaker. Honourable Speaker, to see the salary of the Honourable Speaker increased from 658 million to 658,000 to 1,560,000, I feel ashamed to call myself an honourable member. Honourable Speaker, I gave myself for service. I did not give myself for the poor people to feed me and my family. Honourable Speaker, when I saw this, I felt embarrassed. I did not want to come to this budget session because I said to myself, there is no need, because we are just sharing the cake in our pockets, going home, feeding ourselves. Not only that, but to see the responsibility allowance, the residential allowance, the robing allowance, and all those for the representatives of the people. It is embarrassing for me to go back to my poor constituency and tell them that the meager resources of this country, I am paid that much at your expense. I took an oath, Honourable Speaker, to serve and to give back to my society, not to enrich myself. And even if I go to the Constitution, Honourable Speaker, it says that we shouldn't deliberately enrich ourselves. And increasing our salaries is deliberately enriching ourselves. And that is an embarrassment. I think as a National Assembly, we should not accept any salary increment. It was in this August Assembly that we sat and discussed the salaries of the ministers and denied them, even though they went behind our backs and increased it. That is their problem. We offered ourselves for service, Honourable Speaker. We were not appointed. We were elected and we offered ourselves, Honourable Speaker. And I think we should think of our people when we do the budget. I'm not allowing you to observe me. I don't have that time. When you are on your own feet, observe yourself, please.
The Gambia senator is absolutely right. Most African leaders, both the House of Representatives and the House of Senate, sometimes they think they were appointed, not realizing that they are being elected. So that woman made a very comprehensive statement that indicated that they were elected, not nominated to represent. They are there to represent the citizen, not to enrich themselves. A nation that does not have a great GDP wanting to increase salary of the senators, Why the masses that put them there are suffering? Does it make sense in the reality of sense? The answer is no, it doesn't really make sense. But that woman is very correct. Some people are very selfish. When they get to the position of power, they think it's their duty to acquire wealth to themselves, forgetting that 4 years' time they have to go back to the electorate again and beg for the job. If you do not do a good job, how will you be re-employed to do a job for the nation? Majority of African leaders, they don't think to know that, or seems to know that, they are a representative. They are more or less an ambassador to the citizens of that country that elected them into the position of power. But they think they have the right to do what they like, but not knowing that it's just a privilege given to them, benefit of doubt, to know that they are doing the right thing. But it's very unfortunate African leaders do not think far. They only think of short term rather than long term. Every nation on the face of the earth are buying gold because they've already foreseen what is likely to happen. Africans are enriching themselves with their currency. Instead of enriching the nation by buying gold reserve in their central banks, but instead they are doing rubbish. Then later tomorrow they go and start begging for help from the Western world that is not ready to help them without giving conditions.